It's going to cause controversy on the podcast. We already talked about it a little bit. I'm going to play the video. Let's go.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. And it hurt me. So I was just trying to figure it out, but I couldn't. You can't read someone else's mind. You can't figure them out. They got to figure themselves out. So I was like, let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then, the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA because it's getting ready to be fire in Vegas. You need to come back. I love LA, so I said okay, and he said that I could stay with him, and so I was like okay, but you have a dog, I have a dog. Do we have? And he's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you.
So I only took a certain clip from this because it's a lot more to it. It just gives you this lays the landscape for you. Hearing her voice with it, she goes on to say that she's been homeless for 3 years. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Been living in her car for 3 years.
Left her parents' house in 2020?
I got a conspiracy theory about this. I think she's mad that she saw Maxine get back with the original En Vogue, and it was a big pop at the All-Star game. Everybody I saw was online that was like,
how long was Max out the group?
Max been out since we was in high school.
Since the 90s.
Early 2000s, maybe, I believe. Maybe 2000. I'm going to throw out there 2002. In my mind, like 2001, 2002. I know Don left after Don't Let Go, which is, what year is that?
96.
For the 96, 97 for the
Set It Off
soundtrack. That's her last time in there. So she hasn't been in Vogue in almost 30 years herself. But they did the reunion thing on the BT Awards with Alicia Keys. They all did that together. But I'm talking about where they've been like performing together since Don't Let Go 97. And maybe I don't know. I mean, this has always been weird with me with Dawn because the Lucy Pearl situation, Raphael and Ali Shahida, like, yo, she was kind of wilding, like we didn't know what to do. En Vogue, she just jumps out the window and is like, I'm out, with not, going through some things. I don't know what's going on. Y'all go. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling now.
The nails look good though for a homeless woman. That hair looks silky fine.
Let me tell you something. That silk press better than mine. And I've been in my house all day.
and room temperature control.
Right. I got air conditioning. I got the fan going on in here because I'm over 40. I've been in the house all day. I had it wrapped up and then I unwrapped it to start this. Yes, there are people who live in their cars and that work. People there that literally is the what do they call them? I don't want to say the working homeless. It's not that. There's a specific term.
Let me see.
There are people who do work and are living in their cars because they can't afford rent.
Like a nomad.
Yeah, it's not nomad, but no, it's like it's not working homeless, but it's like something along those lines. Like it's two words, but the
unsheltered homeless, unsheltered homeless, car dwellers, vehicle dwellers, and hidden homeless are the terms that pop up when I put that in.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I wanted a fancier term. Maybe I wanted something fancier. But again, there are people who literally are working 40 hours a week and are still living in their cars. So it's not improbable to think of that, right? Like that can happen. It does happen. Like life happens to people. Dawn Robinson, according to People magazine, her former husband is offering her a job after her revelation that she's been living in her car for the past 3 years.
Okay.
Andre Allen, who was married to her from 2003 to 2010, told TMZ on March 13th that he has offered her a position in hospitality, the industry in which he currently works. After performing as a member of R&B group, for example, solo artist and working as a songwriter for multiple years, Allen told TMZ that he left the music world and found success elsewhere. He is now extending an invitation to Robinson to work for the Hilton.
I'm gonna say it sounds like a housekeeping job.
Allen said he previously offered the opportunity to Robinson and that it includes free medical from day one and PTO to juggle her career. He thinks her charisma and personality would be a fit for sales. He claimed she's previously. He claimed
to get people to book conferences.
What'd you say?
So corporate sales though to get people to book the conferences stuff.
Speaking of that, so that
it ain't housekeeping, Scott. Scott said it sound like housekeeping.
I'm gonna say she got a job at the King's Towers. She finna be like fancy.
Oh shit! Oh my god! But no, the reality is though, like she could. Like so for a job in sales, she absolutely could have a great role in helping to book talent, to all of that. Like with hospitality, people think of like just working the front desk. No, there's a lot of things that you can do when it comes to that, booking getting those conventions, all of that, seeking out sponsorships, etc.
For instance, you're going to your Delta convention in DC, her trying to reach out to some people to try to get people booked in there that's coming to the convention for your sorority.
Exactly. Like that's exactly it. Like every D9 fraternity or sorority has a national convention. Q's got conclave, Kappa's got the whatever the Kappas call it. Like everybody got something. Like it literally just left my mind that quick what they call it. But everybody has their convention and it is planned years in advance. Like I knew that we were going to DC early last year, but I know that they'd already been planning that. I'm sure right now they're already planning for 2027. Yep. So with that being in mind, again, you have to reach out to these hotels. We have, I think, hell, when we had our regional conference here in Fort Worth, we had 13, no, I don't know, I take it back, it's like 20 something hotels blocked for the Southwest region, and that's just Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Oh, and I think Jamaica.
Think about how dope would it be, Stacey, if Don Robinson was your sales rep and was and greeted y'all. Hold on,
there's so much into it. Like said, and then there when you have the honorary members, when they are inducted, they are usually celebrities or people of high profile. So again, there's so much, like there's a career, like the hospital, like the fact that you can get a degree in hospitality and tourism. That's not just because that's not for you to work at the front desk. You may start there. You just got out of school, that's maybe your first role, but you will, like, you can go, like, you go out, right? So,
he's giving the sales though, Stacey.
Huh?
She was skipping all that. She was going straight to sales.
That's what I'm saying. So, as I'm saying, like, it's a serious career. Like, it really is. That, like, I was just saying, like, it's a valid suggestion. And so Allen claimed to have previously loaned friends in the music industry money and shared a concern for Robinson possibly living in poverty. And that's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. So y'all was married to 2010. Girl, where's your alimony check? Because all my exes send me money.
And you in California?
I'm just saying, listen, okay, there are exes right now that I can still call and get an oil change.
How long you gotta be married to get alimony? What, 10 years?
No, it depends on it really
depends on the state.
It depends. It honestly depends possibly on the state that you live in. California is a community property state. So if there was depending on if there was a prenup or not, what was listed in there. But I'm just saying, girl, where's your you know me, I am all about getting an alimony check. Like I joke about it all the time. Girl, get your alimony check or something, like shit. But the messed up part is that she probably would have had to pay him alimony.
Because she had the royalties, she had all that stuff going on.
Well, but then there's the other part of this is that apparently they weren't getting paid a lot. They had a horrible contract, and MC Hammer.
And that's another thing, though. MC Hammer's manager was trying to,
so she
put them back in.
All I know is, I wish the hell, like I said, there's only one ex that I really can't stand and hate. Right, there's only one of them. But even with that, like, I can't imagine having an ex-husband that I was with for 7 years allowing me to live in my car. Like, unless we really, like, you really gotta not fuck with me. Right now, sure enough, it's some dudes out here who got baby mamas who they won't give her gas money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't giving that bitch shit.
There's some different type of dudes now.
You know what I'm saying? Some different type of some niggas out there, like, I ain't giving that bitch shit. I wish she would call last week for $20. I gave her $20 2 years ago. She still ain't gave me that money back.
For $10 10 years ago.
Like, I can't imagine, again, being married to someone for 7 years. Again, I get it. We've been divorced since 2010. I got that. I get it. But I'm living in my car.
Does Don have any children?
No,
I don't believe so. He got a dog. Homeless people, no, they keep a dog. And you know why?
Because she said the dogs. She said our dogs didn't get along and all that.
Yeah. She's like, I got a dog, blah blah and blah blah. Yeah, people will feed the dog. People will make sure that your dog has food. They will make sure that your dog is comfortable, is not hot. So you do get a little bit. It's crazy to say that. I've always said dogs got more rights than black folks do. But yeah, he said he's saying, hey girl, come get this job.
Look, I'm not with you. It's all good. I'm hooking you up. Do what you got to do to get yourself together. Now,
I done fired 4 chicks in the last 2 months.
and also, okay, again, look, you and your mama, you was getting on your mama nerves and all of that. You ain't been back. Because I've lived with Brenda twice since I've been an adult. Like, I've gone back home. I had to go back home twice. Sometimes you got to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
it shouldn't be a shameful thing at all, though. But as a parent, you should be able to have your kids back to better help them get back right. That's only in black people that we be like, no, you can't never come back home.
Yeah, like when I first left home, I promised myself I would never, ever, ever go back, ever. And I would say this: if by the time I went back home, my mother was a divorce at that point. So if she would not have been divorced, if she was still married, I would not have gone back. Mm-hmm. I would have absolutely lived in my car. Right, easily. I would have rather have lived in my car than go back to that house. But and my mother told me the same thing to my grandma. She said that my grandmother told her, sometimes you got to go back home. And she's like, if I have a house, you got somewhere to stay. And like, now it ain't no, you ain't gonna live here for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But if you need to be here for a minute to get something together, figure it out. Yeah. Girl,
y'all think this is cap? I mean, Scott, you kind of alluded to it, saying them fingernails looking real good. But then Stacey on the other side said you can be what was it called? This looked up the homeless.
Like I said, there are people who literally are working 40 hours.
So you can be a car dweller.
Yeah, like there are people who literally work 40 hours a week and cannot afford housing. So it's cheaper for them to live in their car. I want her to have like a RV or a van or something. Like, if I would say this, if I'm going to decide if I'm going to live in my car, and I'm going to live this car life, right? Because she's telling people like, don't be afraid of the scariness and all of that. Okay, I'm going to try my best to get out. Give me an RV or something, like a little RV, just so it's a little bit more comfortable than just a smaller car. And especially with the RV, at least I have RV parks that I can park at.
Yep.
right? Versus just being in my car. There are some places that you can't park there overnight. So it's actually kind of almost dangerous to live in your car like that, right? And think about this, like no matter what you have like in your car, anytime that you get out your car, like even now when I can't leave shit, you're not supposed to leave shit on your back seat because people will bust your windows, right? So you have to kind of hide all of your stuff in your car. So I don't know what kind of car she has. Like there's that part, I have no idea. And I don't think she mentioned it.
Let's see what kind of car is talking about.
So I mean, like she got an Escalade. Hey, look, she all right. She got a town and country she living.
Hey, if she got that Telluride, she booming.
What kind of car?
But she's still tripping out what Raphael Sadiq owing her some money.
Yeah,
Lucy Pearl, but Lucy Pearl only had the one album though, right? That was what, back in 2000?
Yeah, 2000, 2001, 2000. I think more 2000.
I was like in high school when that.
Yeah, like the thing is though, Dawn thought she was gonna be the shit though. Real talk. She thought she was gonna be so
put it on YouTube, right? Do you understand that as long as I got a cell phone connection and some Wi-Fi and I can use this fucking camera, that I'm finna be YouTubing, TikToking, dance, all the shit. Bitch, I'm finna be an influencer or something. Like where there's a will, there's a way, right? Again, I don't know her full financial.
She still has a name. She still has a name. Di Robinson still has a name. Now
her dog died. Her dog died.
Oh, recently. Oh, damn. Damn, the dog didn't die.
She says, I miss my family. I miss everyone I was connected to, but I need to do this alone. And I need to do this for me. Robinson added before revealing that her dog Max had died in the car.
Damn.
Shit.
Well, then go back to the homeboy crib that you was having arguments with her about the dog. You ain't got no dog no more.
I think it's like her former manager or something. She
was signed to Dr. Dre too. She was one of the first people to sign the Aftermath.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, she left the group
right after.
She left the group in '97.
Yeah, and she was signed to Aftermath early. Yeah. It was like her, Eve, RBX.
So she left right after their biggest hit.
Yeah, Don't Let Go.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what her bank account looks like, and then I'm not going to make assumptions, right? Because mine stay overdrawn. Write that down. But and then she's in Malibu.
Oh.
You're in a very expensive place.
I think she's from Oakland. She could drive back up to Oakland.
You can't even drive a Malibu in Malibu.
Police gonna pull you over real quick, ma'am.
What you doing over here?
What you doing here?
You can't even drive a Malibu in Malibu.
Take that shit back to Compton.
Hey, oh my God! Like, what if you at the fucking airport? You get out then she's your Lyft driver. Don Robinson is your damn Lyft driver. That'd
be kind of dope. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna be hey, we finna have karaoke up in this motherfucker. You ain't gotta sing, but I'm gonna sing Don't Let Go.
Like I said, I don't know.
I'm gonna sing your parts.
Again, like I said, I make so many assumptions about everything. Again, I don't know. You've been in your car for 3 years? Like, wow.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.